Good afternoon, happy Sunday. We're all here to talk about the Word of God. We just came back from, well, we just recently went over our sermon for today with our church. So we decided to share the message that was taught to us, that was instilled in us today to y'all.
So the message was about obedience with God and knowing when or not to move. And it says that obedience is not just knowing when to move, but also waiting on God's instruction. So they use various scriptures from the Bible in order to support that claim. That was an overall claim of today. So if you feel like you're in a season of waiting, sometimes it could be because you're not being obedient enough to hear God and to know what His next instructions are. So you have to sometimes slow down. You can't always be in go mode because that's something that I used to do a lot. Just like every day, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Just like something one of the pastors said one time really stuck with me when they said, "How is God gonna talk to you if you're always in go mode?"
You have to clear out all distractions. If your mind is in all routes of ways that are not of God, you won't hear God. And what you think is your path, if it's not from God, then it's not the path. Because one, the path comes from the Lord. The Lord is the only one that can steward your pathways. In order for you to hear God and to understand your purpose and understand what your calling is, you have to make sure that you're being obedient, that you're doing the right things as far as His commandments, serving. You serve with intentional hearts, not with knowing that you will get something in return. God is a God of love. God is a God of healing, of
transformation. He'll transform you into a new individual. You just have to fully surrender to Him. And that starts with picking up a Bible and reading His Word. All the answers to life is in His Word. It's a tool used to guide you during your time here on earth. And the mission is to serve and spread His positivity, which is what we are starting to do now more with these videos. It's not just only speaking, but also giving back to those who don't have anyone to help them out, those who have been overlooked and just treated poorly by society. We have to give back to His people. Not, like she said, not to expect something in return, but because it's just you truly care about other humans, not having to go through things like that. You never know what your encounter with that person will do for their day. That could put a smile on their face. That can really just maybe spark something within them to just want to change or want to inquire more about God themselves.
And in order for you to start and to actually grow into and transform into doing that, the first thing you should do, and I suggest everyone to do, is build a relationship with God, form a relationship with God. The only way for you to fully surrender to God is if you have a relationship with Him first, because when you have a relationship with God, you will tend to not want to do the things of the world anymore. You're going to feel more convicted, you're going to feel more restricted on things that you used to do before that you wouldn't want to do now, to disobey God, to make God feel hurt. Because we can say this as a testimony, but God has brought us through a lot of things in the past years, together and separately. So God really is true, and God really does work in the favors, and God will always listen to your prayers. Whatever you have and you bring to God, God hears you with sincerity in your heart. When you come to God, He will hear you, and trust and believe. When you walk with God, when you pray, when you fast, when you trust that He will come through it and make it very well known that He is God, and you make that known with your mouth that He is God, He will always prevail. He will always come in at the right time. It may not be your timing, but it will be the right time. You just have to trust Him. You just have to keep your faith in Him. And you just have to know that at the end of the day, suffering doesn't last long. Bad doesn't last long. It makes you stronger. The things that you go through, the trials and tribulations, uncomfortable situations are meant to go through because it makes you stronger. And he does those things. Sometimes that's not from the enemy, that is from God to storage you, to make you better, to make you understand what the purpose he has for you, whether it's ministry, whether it's serving others, whether it's just making an impact with just having a smile on somebody's face, or just having a genuine conversation. You can definitely change a person's perspective. Like he said, you have to open your hearts to God and know that's what you truly want, because at the end of the day, the time is ticking and he is coming back soon, and you have an option whether you choose to live for this world or live for God.